Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. We got Digital Trash. We got Pseudowolf. We got Jacob. We got Rish. Furry Curious. Dick Dirksid. We got Mad Hatter. But Tish. Tianos. Welcome on in. Glad to have you. It is Tuesday, which means that we are vibing and returning to the ever amazing, and by ever amazing I mean this game is going to give me a fucking conniption. Danganronpa, which we are picking back up after last week's investigation into the exploding body that absolutely just yoked Toko. And yeah, because it's Tuesday, which means we're joined by the ever amazing Marshmallow Bears. Let me go ahead and mute. Hey, Marsh, are you there?
Hello.
Excellent. The bear is here. All right, let me go ahead and move over to the gameplay. If OBS would be so kind as to see the gameplay. There we go. OBS was having a moment. But yeah, we last time Toko got exploded again. We investigated a lot of stuff. I say stuff, but like there's just a lot of like weird little things to grab, and we got lost for a solid like 30 minutes trying to figure out where we're supposed to be going. Great for my favorite, least favorite game. Welcome on, Dirk. Glad to have you. Yeah, we are prepared and ready for this case. Also, we do not know who actually died. We're pretty sure it's...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Welcome on, Cyrus. Glad to have you.
Your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But
my money's on with Byakuya. Byakuya was the only one who had access to Kyoko's room, and there was evidence in Kyoko's room.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
The fact that there's a leading 0 in the chapter number implies we're only halfway through this bullshit. Oh, that's a terrifying realization. Welcome on, a Breezing Wolf and Suvi. Glad to have you.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
What do you mean?
Hero. Hero. Kyoko is standing literally right in front of you, my guy. I know you have brain problems, but this is an exceptionally bad brain problem moment.
Kyoko's standing right there.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a ghost!
No, never mind. No, this is entirely consistent with this character. Never mind, this makes sense.
I can't believe they flanderized Hero so fucking hard.
In the same fucking game, too. Yasuhiro went from like a kind of a weird guy, but like a functional-ish adult, to the dumbest creature in the entire video game.
But
They were
legs and
forced into a
stuff.
corner.
Get in the corner, Hero.
Well, that's just because...
Wait, okay, yeah, but ghosts can't have legs. Cool. You know what? Never mind. Ghosts don't fucking exist. They can have whatever they want.
It's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Okay, cool. This ghost brought to you by Tim Apple.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
God damn it, Hero. Why did you have to make me agree with Byakuya?
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
One of them exploded. The other one is decidedly not exploded.
What if it's someone dressed up as Kyoko?
Oh my god.
Traits?
What important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her? Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
What was that voice line? Why did his voice crack so much?
No way, you make a compelling point. No, I got so caught up by the stupid thing he said that I forgot to pay attention to the actual voice quality. That was definitely the first take.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
He's so scared he's regressed through puberty. Also, I forgot, this sound effect requires... There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. Fucking Hiro is literally so dumb that he is okay with letting us all die because he's convinced that Kyoko is a ghost. Play the wrong buzzer. Oh, I also have that. I forgot about that. I don't have any choice but to. No!
God damn it! Leo! What the hell
That's
are
when the
you
right hand
doing?
exploded body analysis. Fake nails.
Leo!
Well, let's look at directly here. It's always fresh and palpable.
God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it!
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Make your ghost argument.
Wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost?
She
Interesting.
was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Every single person is like, no, Hiro's the only... Everyone's like, yes, it's clearly not Kyoko. Hiro is just arguing for the fucking character limit.
That Kyoko there is just a...
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh god, fucking... I'm actually so...
That
Kyoko.
Okay.
Then prove
The dead body
they got
Wearing gloves.
She was wearing
Well, yeah, she must have, because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
This is like genuinely arguing with a moron. It's like, how the fuck do you argue on their level?
Burnt up in the...
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Wait.
Shoot.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Oh, the fake nails. She couldn't have been wearing gloves because of the fake nails.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been...
I'm gonna punt Hiro through a fucking ceiling fan. Maybe it was Hiro's body and he's now a ghost.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would
Waster
have been
of
pretty good
time.
pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? You're complicated like that.
Do you know women? Do you know a single woman? I'm not convinced that you do.
Hero's like, I did know a woman.
Doesn't know
It's
you.
Kyoko, but she's dead now.
I don't think Hiro knows anything. No, you see that Kyoko and Aoi, they're not women. They're Kyoko, Aoi, and Toko. They're not women. They're just people. That's the rain
people.
message. Do you know women?
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Oh my fucking god. I'm in spin.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
I'm gonna punt.
That's what we were
fucking-
trying to do!
I'm going to delete him. I'm gonna delete his file from the source code. Welcome on in, Delos. Glad to have you.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Hiro, stop making me agree with Byakuya, you fuck! Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. It has to be exploded body analysis. Sprinklers?
The sprinklers would have made the body
Yeah.
wet, remember?
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
You're gonna say that there's no identifying
Can't
information.
identify the body.
We can.
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Okay,
right?
I see what we're supposed to do.
If Kyoko really...
Then who does?
It's gotta be... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description.
Well, if we can't identify...
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
What was the point of the section other than Hero is an idiot? Hero being an idiot. Welcome on, Tracker. Glad to have
There
you.
was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? You're lying. We'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Toko, why the fuck would I lie about this? Also, welcome on Radium. Glad to have you.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
Can I change my vote for who did it? I want Yasuhiro to have done it just so he dies.
He actually did something smart for a change, but it's...
Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Well, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
I now need to edit the like is this a pigeon meme that's just Hina's face and a wolf. Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
What?
Toko, sweetheart, honey, you're projecting just a touch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Welcome on, Gamner. Glad to have you.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Oh, fuck me. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile?
The Assassin's Guild.
Apparently yes, here it is.
I got it!
Yeah.
It had to be that.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Mukuro Ikasaba, the 16th student, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Okay.
That's her full name. Put the fucking grace on it, Mukoto.
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... It's the wolf. Oh, okay, cool, sure, why not? It's a wolf. Yes, it is the wolf. This is... Why are you making me do this? Give me the F! There we go.
Now I understand.
We're only 20 minutes and Starky's had it. The wolf.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf.
It actually makes sense that Toko would know about this.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
After all this time, we finally
Toko
got a glimpse
being
of the literary
smart
all-stars.
and knowledgeable in her field for once?
I mean, she is a writer. Starky, give me the F I could after stream, I swear to God.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
I just looked at the fucking portrait on the left, and I'm like, there is not a single thought between those eyes. Not a single functioning brain cell.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
I wonder if they actually made like art of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yeah, I wonder if she actually had a design, or
Or if they just kept her as like a faceless, like, yeah, this is just gonna be the antagonist.
I'm not looking it up because I know there's 3 other games. I mean,
Yeah,
there's 2 other games.
Probably
and, like,
spoilers.
yeah.
Hero and Aoi compete for the brain cell. She does. Okay, so she does have a design apparently. At this point, I'm pretty sure that only pro tag Kyoko and Byakuya have brain cells. Yeah, I guess Hina and what's his face, Hiro, only looked smart compared to the people who are already dead.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
There's some connection there, because it was stated that she is the one who came up with the rules. Also, welcome on, Lucius. Glad to have you.
Maybe we should have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Why shouldn't we?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from
Kyoko.
That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Hina! He just told you! He just told you she was the ultimate soldier! Are you people getting dumber before my eyes?
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
I guess
Which
not.
would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Out of Creed, what does that do? Everyone is dumbass in this trial. It seems like it.
Who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Was she dead before the game started? That's actually a fascinating question. No, it had to have been recent. It for sure had to have been recent, because it's very clearly implied that she was, that she couldn't have been moved.
Yeah, she knocked out the protag. Yeah.
Like, she couldn't have been moved. Also, welcome on Astra. Glad to have you. Also, welcome on Diggy. Glad to have you. She definitely is wet from the sprinklers that we know go off at 7:30 every morning.
Oh no, only the top half of her was wet.
Yes.
The bottom half wasn't wet.
That's okay.
That's because we threw water on the fire on the top half.
Oh, that's right.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
This is gonna be my only time to do it to Monokuma, so let me just... really good. It's really good. It's Monokuma. Welcome on, Tommy. You're glad to have you.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait.
Starky's ready to commit violence. I'm always ready to commit violence. That's why I've decided... Cyrus, you've gotten me into Dead by Daylight, but I've discovered that I actually unironically enjoy playing the killer and just destroying people. You've turned me into a killer smurf, and it's the best thing of all time.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
I do love Monokuma's theme, though. I like the part where it goes, ha ba 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 ba, ha ba 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 ba.
That's the whole song, Starky!
Exactly. Welcome on, Layla Bailey. Glad to have you. Also, he did say Among Us. He did do that.
No!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
At this point, I wouldn't fucking put it beyond the game. I'm gonna be honest.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. It can only be Makoto and Kyoko.
A gun!
you've narrowed it down to...
Because they mentioned that the rest of them were met up during the time that the murder, the murder they're proposing took place, but they're wrong about their timeline.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Please do. Make sure to repeat yourself a lot.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Please tell me it was Byakuya. I hate his everything. My suspicion is that it is Byakuya.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand, so I have to clear my name. Oh, okay, now I see why the body being half covered in water is actually important. Because it means that, that the body could not have been there before 7:30, because otherwise it would be fully covered in water.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole...
So it's more recent than Byakuya thinks.
Yeah, or at the very least that he's telling us. I really do suspect that it's Byakuya.
An objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Wait, did we ever get a body announcement alert?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right after Monokuma showed up in the security room.
That's right.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right?
Oh yeah, so it was Toko at 9 o'clock. What time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it!
I'm surprised I remember
The body must have been
that.
discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
That's right, she came back as Genocide Jill because she saw blood, fainted, and was like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm crazy. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Objection, sorry, wrong game.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi for 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Graham, please. Losing frames? Oh, I was losing frames. Sorry about that. It just cleared up. Are we good? Type 1 in chat if we're good. Type 1 in chat if we're good. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Okay. A little chunky for a few seconds. Yeah, I dropped like 600 frames for like 20 seconds. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear where the body ended up in the garden. Make your argument. I think it has to be the sprinklers, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Or it could also be the exploded.
And
It could also be the
9 o'clock in
fragments.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than
7:30 would be the sprinkler.
I should think.
Yeah.
Right?
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Something that happens in the garden. Okay, so that's what it's trying to tell me.
We've established a time frame for them.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
What? I missed? What?
What?
shoot.
This is ADHD
We've
court.
established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens at the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry, in which case I should be able to figure out the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the
It has to be
murder.
the sprinklers, but where do I
It
shoot?
took place somewhere between
Yeah, that's
10
what I'm
o'clock
trying
at
to-
night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
What is it trying to get me to do?
Is it because the only things you can shoot are 10 o'clock and 7:30?
Yeah. We narrowed down the time frame, I think, based on the sprinklers. Yeah, but we don't, how do we tell them? How do we tell them the bomb, which you noted that the so that's sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that the body has been in the garden before 7:30. As such, if the body had been, it would have gotten wet. Body analysis, maybe. Oh, fuck off. Body before the explosion. Exploded body analysis. The upper half of the body remains on fire and had to be extinguished because the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom remained dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have Welcome on, Bisfriend. You're glad to have you. I think the only person it exploded body analysis?
Maybe try that.
And 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
I might.
What?
More than enough time to
Okay,
commit
I
murder.
think I just straight up missed.
Any objections?
Because it didn't give me the, like, oh, you. Man, what the fuck are these hitboxes?
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
What?
shoot.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
And 9
I think
o'clock.
maybe
Yep.
10 o'clock at night with the sprinklers to prove that it can't have
More than
happened.
enough time. So Makoto, if you have any objections,
That late?
now would- We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place
Somewhere between.
Okay, that was it.
What's wrong?
That, yeah. I guess I'll accept
The
that.
murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later,
And what makes you say that?
because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Oh yeah, Toko. Wait, Toko? How the fuck did you remember it? You were Genocide Jill.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
What?
What the fuck did you just say to me, Toko? I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna take back the brain cells that are spent with you saying that with a spoon. I'm sorry. I gotta take those brain cells back. Why does that sound lewd?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
If fucking only it was that easy to deny your existence, Toko. Jesus Christ.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why!
It is a lewd and it is accusing you of. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got Flywood. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence and that should do it. Look at the body itself, that should make it clear. The moment of truth. Oh god fucking damn it.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything.
Loaded body
How can you
analysis.
say it wasn't the
This should prove it.
Okay. We got the rhythm game section down.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet.
Can we
Yes.
just kill everyone? There's no
Bottom
reason to
half
let them
was
live anymore.
completely dry.
Oh god damn it, we're dropping frames again. Twitch. 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 There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Twitch does not want us to complete this game, I swear to god.
Nope.
Twitch is desperate to be like, no, this playthrough must be eternal. You shall never play another game ever again. Okay, it looks like we're stable now.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Games are banned.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Toko, what the fuck is going on with you, girl?
What the fuck?
I'm so sick of her.
The game just said it! The game knows how we're feeling! Oh my god, Hina, I love you.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
The game is always so self-aware. It really fucking is.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinkler didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
To be fair, Toko was like 40 feet in the air when that happened. That is actually a very fair argument. Toko was flying during this entire ordeal.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd
That's...
just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Shit's on your rug, Keely. Welcome on in, Mari. Glad to have you. You got a shout out for Radical Mari.
Hi, Mari.
I can't believe Radical Mari came in just to shit on my rug. It wasn't Toko Jack at the time. Hina makes a point. We're currently dealing with a game that is entirely too self-aware. Also, welcome on a Lost Stage. Glad to have you. You're glad I'm shitting on your rug? Listen. It was a poor quality rug anyway. Seek therapy? I did. I'm just so balanced. But yeah, we are nearing the end of, I think, this game. And Kyoko is like a very, I think Mario would like Kyoko as a character. She's got girl boss energy for sure. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Is she a minor? Yes, but the game does not treat any characters like they're actually minors. Like, they get really, really sexual with these characters, which is the only complaint I have with this game, is like, just age up all the characters for like 5 years and you're fine. Because for some reason I remember Danganronpa being in high school. Unfortunately, yes. It's just really deeply unpleasant. So I personally have chosen to just be like, okay, I'm mentally aging up all these characters. But also, you can appreciate a character without pretending this is a college university. Yeah. Because Jesus Christ. Miss Toko being an absolute freak. That's the thing. It's like advanced, like straight up BDSM, like dom sub relationships that these kids are developing. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are they children? Ugh.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Because Japan, unfortunately, yes. Oh wait, I have an opportunity to do it again. I fucking love it. Oh, why didn't I install this button sooner?
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
Oh my god!
That might be the most direct thing we've ever seen from Byakuya. He just said shut up. That's kind of an anime thing. I know a bunch of anime that teenagers being together, whatever, with shipping and everything. Doesn't seem to be special in many an anime. Unfortunately, yeah. Usually, it's one character that isn't important and we can just ignore it. Unfortunately, this game, it's every character. And we can't ignore it because Monokuma keeps being really weird with the kids. Which is another reason Monokuma should be in prison, besides, you know, the whole forced murder thing.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
Play the original Japanese, they don't go by ultimates, but their titles are super duper high, whatever title they is. Welcome on, Steiner, glad to have you. It's like super duper high. I kind of love that, actually.
I mean, Ultimate's a pretty good translation of that, though.
Yeah, more, it captures the energy, I think.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
That's too
I'm not
obvious.
the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Okay, cool, girl. You throw us under the fucking bus. That's great. I love it.
Whoa! What do you mean?
She's still pissed that we kept a single secret from her, and she's like, all right, it's time to perish. You fuckboy. It's time to... Weinhardt, thank you for the follow. Blood check. Glad to have you.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Welcome on, Lead Cloak. Glad to have you.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain
tarp.
something to keep it from getting wet.
How the fuck do you know about the tarp?
She went upstairs to check, remember?
Oh, that's fair.
Why is this such a tarp-heavy game?
I got it!
Listen, sometimes you just gotta use a tarp.
Tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Marsh told everyone you were playing DBD earlier. I was. Marsh is like, oh no, another one lost to the darkness. Tarps are versatile.
I
They
was just
are.
like, why is Starky playing DVD?
It's Cyrus's fault. Cyrus did this to me. And now I desire blood.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Listen, there's a ton of little Starkies in the game. My children. My bot children.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
I thought you had to be problematic to play that game. Joking. I don't think you have to be problematic to play DBD, but it might help, given how toxic the community can be sometimes. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But there's no blood stains on it. But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motives, but if I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. The painter uses crows, or are they ravens? Kinda hard to tell. Birds. Attacks you with birds. Body before the explosion has gotta be what it is.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Oh, I guess not.
Shoot!
It was protected from the water, but it would have been covered in blood.
Because the underside, it was totally. It's because that side.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There it is.
No.
I jumped the gun.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
It's crows, since her map is called the Area of Crows. Starky.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
I think Hiro learned his place after being the problem for the first little bit of this trial. He's like, okay, I need to stop talking.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh?
What?
Like the blood. Wait, did the blood itself not really kill her? Was it the bomb? Was she just incapacitated and it was fake blood? The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone
What?
else's blood? Where would they get something like
There's
that?
the packets of blood in the nurse's office.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
Okay, cool. Thanks for shooting that down.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from
The
right there.
chicken!
The chicken! No! Not the chicken! The number of chickens in the coop has decreased from 5 to 4. Chicken, no!
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
That one poor chicken on the left got absolutely fucked to murder someone else.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Baby, no!
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Hey, free nuggets after the case. Hina, sweetheart. That doesn't The murderer committed a murder. I don't think they care about a chicken.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
So then Byakuya actually did do it with the bomb. If she was knocked unconscious and still alive at that point, the bomb going off killed her, which means that Byakuya, who was the most likely person to put the bomb there, was the one who did it.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
And then they put the body in the
When you
coat?
discovered the body, was
That's
it
why the
wearing
coat is
coat
off
that
the
you
body
normally
and
wear?
stabbed through. The coat's backwards.
I think so.
Is it?
Check the evidence.
Oh my god, it
See?
is!
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Okay, no, that's actually a really compelling point of... Huh. The Starky and Artist main? I don't know, I've never played Artist. I do like the Bing Bong Man and also Chainsaw Man. Listen, there's something really, really satisfying about Chainsaw charging across the entire map and just killing someone. It makes the brain chemicals go burr.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Trivial point, but the mask is unnerving.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Yeah, Leatherface or Trapper? Not Trapper. The one who charges around with a chainsaw. Billy, Rip Starky.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
Oh, so that's why it was a trap. Yeah, like, as you can see, both times that Makoto gets attacked.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
I like the Huntress and her humming. If Starky puts people on hooks in DVD, does that make him a hooker? Yes. That's why you gotta grab the lion and make sure he's on the hook.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Wait, fuck me. That's the one... That's like one of the few times that like someone showed up to be like, let's go to this location, and then we didn't teleport here. And that was a fucking game mechanic hint.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh my god, you bitch!
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? She's trying to remove the blame from both of us. Welcome on, Ocean. I'm glad to have you. Don't understand. Disguised dead bodies, man. Okay, cool. I guess to be fair, it's the first time that this has happened. So like this is the standard thing in the the Phoenix Wright series where evidence gets added or updated.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Awful idea.
This game gives me so much time to use the wrong answer buzzer sound effect.
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Hero really said, my life has no value. I'll bet it on a coin toss. Who fucking cares?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded.
Oh
right?
no!
Yep, that's another thing that points at us. Unfortunately.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Wait.
It's stick.
So,
You can see.
what
You can
about
see
it?
most of it sticking out. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere
Oh god
before.
fucking damn.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We're gonna do we don't know what you might do with it.
I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife.
Oh
we
my
gave to
god,
Makoto?
she set us up!
There's no fucking shot.
She set us
I'm
up!
surprised.
That bitch!
You must have noticed earlier. Yeah. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious.
Do you like this? Do
Very
you like-
suspicious indeed.
Why am I being canceled? Toko hasn't even said the gamer word yet.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Alright. Disguised dead body, exploded body analysis, fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really
that's
is,
true.
isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man.
Okay, let me actually... Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely. Had also been struck in the head with a metal... Maybe that's it?
Stuck in the head with a metal pipe.
Does anyone know if there's a copy pasta for the Mukuro Ikasaba line? We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means the knife was thrust the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the...
Wait, the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
So they had put the coat on them that was covered in blood and then thrust the knife through the dead body.
Disguised...
It's the same
That's-
one we gave to Makoto.
Exploded body analysis. Fragments near... Okay. Exploded body analysis. Monokuma file, and then I don't think the other one has anything related. Wounds several 8 days old seems weird. It really does. Welcome on a race base. Glad to have you. Exploded body analysis. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished because of the up. Okay, so I think it has to be the Monokuma or the
If he did have that knife
disguised dead body. Oh wait, so it has to be something to do with disguised dead body. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the tarp with the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarps, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket has previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse has been wearing it.
Oh, it couldn't have been killed with the knife because the knife is on the outside of the stuff they put on it. The knife is sticking through the thing. So if they were killed with the knife, and
Oh,
the
they
knife
had
was
to have
on there,
been
and
dead
we
before
laid
the knife went into them. Okay.
Yeah, and if you laid the jacket on top of it, it would have been, you know.
Makoto did it!
Just because I had that automatic.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so it's not the knife that killed her. There is question that it was the knife that killed her.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed.
Is it though?
No, that's wrong.
All right, we're figuring this out.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp.
Oh,
and
God
left
damn
a
it.
bloody coat on it, right?
That's she covered the dead body. If it were alive, then the knife would have been what killed her. Like,
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat. Until
okay,
after
yeah,
they
this
were
makes
dead.
sense.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that
The knife
point,
couldn't have been what killed her.
obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Then why would you need the blood? We can stab twice
Yeah.
the same spot? There's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down, everyone to see. Victim has been stabbed a single time.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
I fucking hate him. He's very quickly dropping down the ranks of characters in this game.
And the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Just vote on him to let us all die, set us free, Makoto. Here's the thing. If all of us die, Hina and Kyoko also die. I don't think Kyoko's a murderer, and I think she's basically forcing us to solve this case for her because she couldn't be there to solve it. That was a good knife to survive that explosion. Yeah, it is. It's a quality knife.
They meant for us
The rest of
to
them can die,
latch onto
though.
the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
God damn, Byakuya. Byakuya is as done with this fucking case as I
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Hero. I'm gonna put you in the fucking pear wiggler. Don't test me.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. It's the fragment of the fragments near the dead body. You know that the bomb... It should be known that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Just remember, this is only the first game of 3.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Nah, forget the pear wiggler. Yasuhiro needs to go in the bee centrifuge.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, The culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect.
What happens when a pear is wiggled? It receives damage.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Yeah, okay, the fact that we've gone to the bomb should make it clear that it wasn't Kyoko. Because the person who had... Because Kyoko didn't know that the Monokuma got destroyed.
Yeah.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
The fucking pipe that hit her.
I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
What's up, Chris?
Everyone knows where the Big Apple is, but does anybody know where the Mini Apple is?
Okay, that's a really good pun. That's actually a really good pun, and I hate it. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. It says it in the fucking Monokuma file, excuse me? Yeah, Monokuma file number 5. TDS said the pun so perfectly. It really did.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife
What
was
does
a
the
cover-up.
Monokuma file actually say?
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. There had also been struck in the head with an object about this thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but those were at least several days old. So we're looking for a contradiction here, I think. Which leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm actually lost here.
Shit.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her.
Wait, do we have to... Do we have to scan the blow to the back of the head and use it as her fatal injury? Is that what the game's trying to get me to do? I think that's what the game's trying to get me to do.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across
Those were
her
days old, so they were
entire
probably
body.
irrelevant. Although weird.
Is that what we have to hit with Monokuma file number 5, though?
I think we're looking for contradiction. Okay, yeah, it was.
Okay.
That we do know how she died, which was the blow to the head.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Oh wait, I actually get to do this for Makoto. Also, this is making me wonder, what's the kill count for, the different ways of dying? Because I feel like bludgeoning to death has been disproportionately high.
Yeah, people have been getting hit in the head a lot.
There's like one stabbing and then a bunch of just getting hit in the head. Which I guess is like an effective way to, like, one stabbing, one poisoning, and a bunch of head damage.
They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
I fucking hate you, Hero. Hero, please shut up. You can't be like, oh, here's the point, and then immediately be disproven so easily.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Did she, though? It didn't confirm that killed her, though. It seems like it's what killed her. Head damage is a pretty good way to quietly kill people, I guess I would say. That's fair.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
Hero, do you know what the word blunt means? Are you aware of what blunt means? Are you aware of where you are right now?
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Hero is very quickly trying my fucking patience.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Dude.
No
Oh my
way.
god.
The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
This while y'all are seeing mental illness? Oh no!
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
What? Why are you blushing and smirk? No, that's... Are Genocide Jill and Toko becoming one? Because she just threatened to murder someone and she's like
She's
doing
just
a blushy
happy.
smirk.
She's just happy with the prospect of killing Hero.
Honestly though, you know, set mood.
Thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Girl? Are you? You need a fucking therapist. Goddamn.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
What? There wasn't even anything to get wrong, and you got it wrong, Hero.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
I'm afraid of the energy that's been created in this room. Honestly, me too.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh, fuck. Real murder weapon. A blunt object. It can't, there's no fucking way it's the bomb, right? Oh wait, they did make a point about the arrows being super thick, right? A set of titanium arrows, they appear to be 10 in total. I wish it was more descriptive than that. Bloody duct tape. Oh, with the arrows, there's... Block key, can't have been that. Unless, how thick are the woodblock keys? Look, it looks like it's actually the key to one.
I got it!
Okay, it was the arrow.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what
Tape?
killed her.
Oh, they've covered the arrow with fucking duct tape. That makes sense.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master?
Does it though?
No right!
I mean, have you ever helped like a roll of duct tape? Imagine putting all of that on a single arrow that you're launching to someone at like 40 miles per hour. Yeah, that is a bludgeoning weapon that can kill for sure.
I'm not backtalking.
It's definitely gonna fuck with the aerodynamics of the arrow though. I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about the weapon, one more secret. It has to be the duct tape, right? Yeah, the bloody duct tape.
The titanium arrow.
Hero, you still got it wrong.
Locker, right?
Oh, come on, monkey, glad to have you.
No doubt, that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
I got an achievement for destroying the
It seems like an
white noise
arrow would
lines.
just be too thin.
No, what's wrong?
Welcome on, Angie. Glad to have you. Okay, fired maybe, but I've still been hit with a duct tape bat. Long story, they're pretty soft. I guess that makes
You're
sense.
right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why
They
the
duct
killer
taped them
used
all
another
together?
Oh my god. At that point, okay, and then I guess you use that as a bludgeoning device.
Another weapon?
weapon. Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
That's compelling.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Toko.
Don't say it,
Don't
Toko.
say it.
No, no!
One stick is weak, so put them together and they become strong.
Oh,
It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
oh, thank God. She didn't say the gamer word. Oh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
I got so relieved that Toko didn't say the gamer word that I forgot to count Hero for wrong for describing the Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks as being harsh. Oh, welcome on an average chubby guy. Glad to have you.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
It
it was you,
it
Kyoko.
couldn't have been Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
Wait, is the gamerous? The British term for a cigarette is a slur here in the States, for a homosexual. And I'm pretty sure I cannot say it or else Twitch will jump down my throat and rip out my anus.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
As a UK folk, yes, it is. Yeah, the British, in British, the F slur is, it can be, I think it can be referred to as a homosexual, like a derogatory for a homosexual, or just like a slang term for a cigarette. Is that word the gamer word? I don't know. I just have had like 4 people warn me that Toko's gonna say some shit later and I'm scared.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Okay, Byakuya, no, but if we get the person, if we have information that indicates the person we suspect isn't actually the murderer, then that gets us all dead anyway. It has to be Byakuya. Look at how he's fucking playing this.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went...
It's the wooden block, but also it was in her room, which should be proof enough that she didn't do it.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Kyoko, please use your single brain cell to point out the fact that you haven't had access to your room.
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just...
I don't want to die too, because you did it, Byakuya!
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? and she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Welcome on in, Malcolm. Glad to have you.
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Makoto, use your brain cell!
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Because Byakuya had the fucking key! When the body was found?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
I'm assuming that she's setting up a contradiction, I'm assuming.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Yeah, because she didn't have the key to her room.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly, I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's
Thank you,
proof that
Kyoko.
You aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own
Okay, so I think it has to be
room.
when he says there's evidence
Could I
that proves
really
you're
have done
innocent.
Yeah.
Those words you just...
Exactly, I'm not the... You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from me!
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yep, because Byakuya had the key.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Get sweating, fuckboy. We know it's you.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie, but this
What?
just isn't like her. Well, because she got into our room. She has to have some way to get into the rooms.
Yeah.
Trying to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer, or is this something else? Is there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is the trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap? The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Mastermind's trap. Victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I'll decide right here and now whether or not to.
Oh, is this a route split? A route split?
I had... Stop, I'm typing. I had someone suggest it pursue the lie.
Okay.
And Suda's also saying pursue the lie. Let it go or run away. Starky, no.
Uh-oh.
Each will give you a different ending. Blame the chicken. Including the true one. All right, we gotta pull up. Pursue the lie, let it go, or run away. Oh god, it's like... Oh, it's a pretty fucking tight race. 4 for pursue the... Oh, Jesus. Someone's voting for run away. Pursue these nuts, Lamau. Oh my god. It's an even split between pursue the lie and let it go. Pursue the lie is oh my fucking god. This is like the closest poll we've ever had on this fucking channel. Or at least want to see one of the bad endings before you see the true one. Okay, so I'm assuming pursue the lie is the bad ending.
No.
And pursue the lie looks like it's gonna take it.
I think Pursue the Lie is the true ending, because Oceano didn't want you to do the Pursue the Lie.
Okay. But the chat has spoken. A very, very close race. 12-11 to 2. That was tight. Pursue the lie is what we're going with.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
Just one? Sorry, welcome on, Darius. Glad to have you. Listen. Chat has spoken. I voted for Pursue last second. Okay, everyone blame Dirk. This is Dirk's fault.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Make your argument. Kyoko's account. Oh, wait a fucking moment. Okay, what was Kyoko's account? I've legit forgotten what Kyoko's account. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grant access to any room in the school, to sneak into the second floor of the dorm. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras.
Secret tool.
So she would have been able to get into her own room.
Yeah.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
Upstate is saying which is the true ending, because you already...
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Nope, you very much could have.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done!
Okay, so this is the bad ending.
That's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late! So then, it's time for... But I guess we are...
It's your funeral, Starky? Okay, so this is the bad ending for sure.
Kyoko!
Chat let streamer down. Chat really did. This is chat's fault. Well, good job. You got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then,
I'm prepared prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Are we gonna have to go through the entire fucking case again?
Probably.
I hate it here. Welcome on, Big Brantler. Glad to have you. No? Okay. I never saw this ending.
What?
Poor Kyoko, or you're not ready for what's coming? I remember now. After school lesson? So then this leads to the question of, did Kyoko actually do it?
She said it was a trap.
But then also, why wouldn't he be killing us if Kyoko actually didn't do it? Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Observation, this doesn't appear to have anything to do with her talent. That's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still have no idea. I still have to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me, I just stopped thinking about it. Welcome on, Macrowa. Glad to have you. It was the end of Mukuro's class trial, and in the end, it was proved to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What?
What?
Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
Why is Toko dead?
This isn't right.
I guess Toko... I guess she got sick or something? I don't fucking know.
And why did Hina have everyone's children?
Oh, no, the setting's different. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? An absolutely cursed future? Yeah, kinda. Let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Hiro predicted that he said Makoto and him would have children with the same woman. Oh god, no, that's fucked up.
I see.
Oh no!
You still refuse to accept.
Poor Hina. Toko fucking dies immediately, and then it's just Hina with various levels of dick, idiot, and Makoto.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
Hero 30% predicted that future because there's 3 choices.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Oh god damn it, it's coming back to us.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. and then were thrown into a trial.
Oh, so this has to be the killer did it.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why...
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
What is happening?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, so everyone's gonna vote for us.
Ah!
What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fault! Everyone, you're wrong! You've got it all wrong! I didn't do it!
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone! Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right! No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense! It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me.
I don't
I
expect you
know
to...
this is all my fault.
Welcome on into Twiz, glad to have you. Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Makoto's been found guilty. So then... Monokuma's a cheating liar. Wait, this makes so much more sense for Makoto. He's just a boring everyday school student.
Yeah. He's also the super lucky student.
Maybe they'll fail right in time for us to get there. Pokemon Chronos, glad to have ya. The basic punishment, Monokuma's Dick Smasher. Pokemon Chaos, glad to have ya. So we're doing the good ending now? Yeah, apparently we got the bad ending. I'm wondering if he's just gonna live by value of luck. Although, at this point, Makoto has fucking time control powers, let's be honest. Yeah, we got the Kyoko ending already. Someone told me to get the bad ending. Wait, what?
Chihiro!
Be fair, I gave Chad an opportunity. I gave Chad an opportunity to be like, oh, what should we choose? And it was a very, very close split.
What?
Alter Ego Deus Ex Machina? I guess it makes sense because she was on the network for long enough so that she could have escaped and hit herself. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey! What's that? Oh, yeah! It had to be!
This is...
Alter Ego. Don't forget Chihiro was actually a boy. It's a weird case of pronoun situation because technically they preferred female pronouns until they decided that they wanted to actually, like, align more with their male identification. It's weird. I just should just go with they, them. Alter ego? This is some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, get it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I don't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in the garbage-strewn pit, in a way that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone?
Hey, Choko, what's the meaning of all this? What the hell is going on? Any inkling of who's the mastermind? No idea.
Calm down.
You know what? I'm gonna Hail Mary a guess. The only person to actually properly be killed by Monokuma. What's her face? The fashion design girl.
Junko?
Junko. That's my Hail Mary.
She even said it shouldn't end like this.
My guess is Junko. Because she's the only one that was killed by Monokuma. So it makes sense that, like, there would be no associated trial, which would obviously make it seem like, oh, like, that, you know, that she's properly dead. It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon, indeed. Starky doesn't believe Hiro can be the mastermind? No. That would be the fucking lowest person on my list of potential masterminds. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing here at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing sleeping just here now? I don't think it was a spoiler, but when the demo of this game first came out, the first culprit was Hiro instead of Sayaka. It's a meme in Japan. There wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? What? Finally. I can finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in the vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But this was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. That face when stench confirms you're not in a dream. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me. and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. To rocket it in a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is this a desk? It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Didn't Kyoko not see Alter Ego as a friend earlier in the game? Oh, is that why? Because Kyoko saw Alter Ego as a tool instead of a person. So Kyoko, Alter Ego saved us, but not Kyoko.
Yeah.
Is that an airplane? How's something like this wind up in the school's garbage pit? Locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here is not going to be that easy. If I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not reason enough to. It's not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. And also, Celeste found Alter Ego. Didn't she give something to Kyoko before she got executed? Oh, interesting. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostle and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. No, the devs' emphasis on the devs hate drawing and using Leon and Sayaka as a base on all the other characters in the game. Yeah, that was why they got killed first in the actual game. It's a xenomorph. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
They didn't even fucking bother. They didn't even bother actually redrawing it. They just added the ramen on top of her sprite. Kyoko? You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. She didn't face me at all. She faced to my left. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not! After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. In the anime, the scene is way funnier. Alright, you got some fucking explaining to do. But Kyoko, why do you come to rescue me? Also, why the fuck did you throw me under the...
So...
To pay a debt, or... no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Though you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. She kind of abandoned you. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... There was a reason that I had to survive. no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. To be fair, Starky also abandoned her to save his own life. That was a dream sequence, I think. I think that was a dream sequence. It seems like a dream sequence. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I have no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? We all fell asleep. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think... I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they do that to... There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. The mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help
Why
you?
is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. Gentrum, thank you for the follow. Welcome to live chat. Glad to have you. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Is Makoto the mastermind this whole time? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just my intuition, but... You see, Makoto, you're a fucking idiot. I didn't realize how dumb Hiro would become. But if I had, I probably wouldn't have asked him anyway, because Jesus Christ, look at what he did during the last case. I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. No, that's suspicious as fuck. If there's just an ordinary ass kid in a fucking group of like extraordinary people, that's suspicious as shit.
Yeah.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What the fuck? Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for the help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. So they had a reason for doing all of that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
Duh. Wow, shocker.
Let's go. It's not like this was fucking obvious from the very goddamn beginning. To be fair, the rest of us are stupid for not having, like, being like, hey, maybe, you know, this was your ultimate, when she revealed that she didn't have a memory. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who? I like the idea of Makoto's like, she's like, I'm the ultimate detective. Makoto's like, yeah? I thought that was fucking obvious. Like, were you not, was this under any, like, you know, did you think you were anything fucking else? You're just casually fingering bodies like Gordon Ramsay fingers food. I probably should have phrased that slightly better. Fingering bodies is not what I meant. Okay, fine. Fuck it, whatever. Had to find someone.
I think more of Guy Fieri when it comes to fingering food.
That's fair. Not the mental image I wanted, Starky. Fingers your custard. Welcome on, Carl. Glad to have you. Because Papa's been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay clips and from like Kitchen Nightmares or whatever, where like it's like, oh, like here's rotting food, and Gordon just sticks his whole fucking hand in there. He's like, look at it, it's rotten. Slimy chicken poking, exactly.
So,
well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
What?
Because he's my father. I had a moment where I'm like, don't you fucking... Kyoko, look into your heart and you know it to be true. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
Oh, I guess he did say the huh. My brain.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no, huh?
So you remember the execution at the beginning, at the very, very beginning of just like some rando? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Oh, that wasn't a rando? That makes sense. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map? Oh. Kyoko, that's my line! This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. And the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. and really ominous. Oh my god.
However,
Exposition dump. Oh, okay, maybe there's more things for me to react to.
so... However,
So I had no idea what was... Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It had to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
indeed,
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, one they call the Ultimate Despair, watch out for her. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. To get her killed and it worked. Time travel, wibbly wobbly, dream, imagination, I don't know. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Host Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Oh, yeah, we know that, because the fucking someone showed up to stab us.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that ending? Aoi had babies with Hiro and Nagi. She also had babies with fucking what's his face?
Yeah.
Byakuya.
There's a little blonde-haired baby.
Yeah, that was the one I saw, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way this man had any sort of... This man is maidenless
And
as fuck.
Toko died for some fucking reason. Did they all just kill Toko because they couldn't stand her?
They're like, yeah, it's about time. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? Girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. Okay, cool. This is up there with fucking is Sayaka actually psychic or not?
They keep teasing us with supernatural stuff.
Yeah, there's clearly something supernatural going on here. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key went up in my room. It all had to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. Welcome on in, Innuendo. Glad to have you. Listen, I'm really in tune to murderous vibes. I'm an empath. Fuck off. That's a really good one, though. So all of this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have any conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other Ultimate Despair. Ah. Anyway. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Starky, they're twins? Fuck off! It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair? That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. What's up, Chris?
The other ultimate despair, the one that isn't Mukuro Ikuzawa. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Shush.
Anyway. I actually almost passed out. Like, my fucking vision faded to black for a moment there. Oh, that was, what was that? Expression of pain. Expression of pain. That's what it was. They're the root of all evil that forced us to go through this. We have to play the second and third games now. We have to.
Well, yeah.
There's no escape. If this is the fucking first game and it only gets more wild from here. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. What's wrong, Starky? Thank you for the hydrate. I'm really happy with how this has gone down.
Do you like this? Do you like
Did you get Despair Girls as well? No, I don't think I can play that on Twitch, from what I've heard. It's like a little dubious. You received the Dream Island rocket present. That's just a phallus. That is just a penis. They just put a penis in this video game. Sure, we'll save the data. In fact, you can put that as a category. I'm trying to understand why these people kill each other. You can play most of it, it's just the third act. I made games until Starky says gamer word from one of the characters. Where the fuck is Toko say the gamer word? The ultimate despair, a group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. It has to be Fenrir, right?
That would make sense.
The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Fair warning, the third game is a roller coaster of what the fuck and some please move along. Right, now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Hey, Kyoko, can you open the door? It's a literal category that you can put in on Twitch that has over 30k followers. Oh my god. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. I love this game, but it's so weird that Toko just repeated the F slur exactly 58 times uninterrupted.
Oh my god.
And then... Yep, it's opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Sorry about that. I had to turn on the dehumidifier in my room. It is very unpleasantly humid in here. Finally. We're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Had to work late. How went the trial? It went. The chicken is dead. We got sent to the afterlife. We got sent to an alternate timeline where Byakuya was allowed to have sexual intercourse with a woman. And then we snapped back to reality. Whoa, there goes gravity. And then we got saved from being smushified. Because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life.
Wow, this screams final chapter.
Yeah, it does. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel, extending straight up like a chimney. Ultimate chapter. There's a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. Snake Eater! The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Fair warning, the last trial is long. I had no idea we were down so far. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful! But now that you say that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help me keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. Snake Eater song plays. Is Snake Eater copy? Does Snake Eater get DMCA'd?
I shouldn't. It's from the game.
I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood, literally. Can you begin to imagine the pain of having 1,000 spyglasses shoved into your blood? That shit hurts like fuck. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. I think it's like at 2.5. Okay, so the final trial is basically going to be our last stream of this game. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. That explains. They were gay the whole time! Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? Dude, fucking let her talk, Makoto!
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your father wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. You're on a ladder! It doesn't matter if you're above or below her. You can't see her fucking expression! Also, a very deliberate choice to make sure that Makoto went up the ladder first.
Yeah.
Couldn't see how it looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
but there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of the family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
The ultimate daddy issues.
No.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Okay.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. You know, this technically is a vent. We got there, boys. Please put this in vent, Kyoko. She is. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the room. Hell yeah, we love found family here. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. God, Makoto is dumb. He really is. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Or we're back. Stop stealing my lines. We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand out and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. And I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Close the hatch. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course!
So then,
Let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
We try to hide it, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. She said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before, but what does it mean?
so...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall we
gym.
go?
Let's get going. Alright, cool. I may have been gone for 2 hours because I was asleep. Hell yeah. Sleep is important. Sleep is important. Alrighty. What's there to be uneasy about? Dying horribly. Considering the fact that we were technically supposed to have died, like... Let's go to a murderous puppet directly? Yeah, sure, sounds great. I wish I could talk to Monokuma.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you out? Starky, can you buy me a Monokuma plush for my birthday? There's probably... Oh no, for sure there's a Monokuma plush. When I went to Gen Con, I saw one. And I'm like, it's following me.
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko!
Damn!
Girl, what the fuck? Do whatever you feel you have to. Yeah, we're just being thrown to the fucking wind. It knows its presence will put you into despair. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
You execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Ultimate gaslighter. Ultimate girl boss. Ultimate gatekeep. Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to unexpected developments,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well...
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because...
If Makoto was really the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute
you like
Makoto
this?
now,
Do you like
everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Well, no more.
That's right, chat. She sees you.
She looks, she's looking at you. She knows. She knows what. Welcome on, Harp. Glad to have you. What's with the gua? Speak for yourself, Kyoko. Gua. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you could say you're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
It's time
One
for...
final battle between hope and despair.
Well, I've been watching for a while. I forgot I still need to play the second and third games. This game is really good. I just wish they weren't children, and maybe they'll change... Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? The second and third games are gonna be children as well, aren't they?
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. Well, come on in, Wiz. Glad to have you. They're all high schoolers. Great. Great.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Great. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'd probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Starky, is too much to ask for Japanese culture. God, you're fair. Also, welcome on, Jacob Spencer. Glad to have you.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes.
Oh God.
As everyone who has a bear son is obligated to make. What you've suggested might be possible, but it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
Guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? When was the last time Marsh got to voice someone? There was like a flashback involving Hina, like an hour ago. All of Marsh's characters, I accidentally claimed the three important characters of this game.
We don't know any of we didn't know any of these characters. It's fine because Kyoko was missing for half of the thing, so it was just
That is fair.
it was split evenly between us.
Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim your victory?
Barely contain myself.
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? Why was Marsh not voicing Monokuma since Starky's voicing the MC? Good question.
We played the fifth.
We didn't think that far ahead. This part where he just shoots out the bear puns, I remember this part distinctly. That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to
Contain myself.
qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. Marsh is gonna get to voice someone again. It's gonna jump scare him.
I'm waiting for them to go to like Hina and Hiro and be like, hey, so here's the thing. We have to solve all the mysteries of the school or we all die. And they're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck?
Just waiting for Marsh to have to voice Chihiro again. Marsh claiming Chihiro, not realizing that Chihiro would A, die immediately, and B, be prison for the rest of the fucking game.
Be one of the most influential characters in the game somehow. Even though she dies in the second case.
Oh my fucking god.
She was supposed to be a joke character with the silly voice.
When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? That one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. Yee! You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro is one of the co-students. And also with whoever they are, they're the mastermind. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So go get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Oh, Makoto, let's go. Okay. I'm not doing this. That's too many poos and who's. The mic. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. Mike barely caught any of that laugh. I need to figure out what's causing that. I can hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Monokuma is like the direct opposite of the ideal Dom. Elaborate. Your noise gate, probably.
That's because Monokuma's a brat.
I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Sorry, I was readjusting my chair situation. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Do you really want that to be elaborated? You know what? That's fair. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? Think of the hydrate. Wah. I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? He hasn't established a safe word. These toxic punches for no reason. Yeah, that's fair. They were the pets. Pets. Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody. I'm prepared to head to work. Thank you for stopping by, Wiz. Enjoy the lurk and have a wonderful day at work.
In other words...
The mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept? You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. The group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect
In
form.
other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your
However-
challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. They didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Welcome on in, Buck. Glad to have you. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax just yet. More like Ultimate Gambler, right? No, we already killed the Ultimate Gambler. She's dead. She died. She got hit by a truck. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time, or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. Oh, she got hit by a fire truck. I forgot. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. Celestia something, Celestia Ludenberg. She died of Ligma, who's Steve Jobs. All you have to do now is to work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Chaos. Added block terms Ligma. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Every time Kyoko says hey, my mind just... my mind falls with a wake up for TeamSpeak. Servant Hope, Homeda, thank you for the follow. Good to live check. Glad to have you. Or to go out in a grandiose way, but got killed in the most brutish and stupid way. Alright. Oh, there's cats. Talk to Hero. This is Hero room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Starky, you may have said it, but what is your follow alert from again? I have no idea actually. I got it from the Silk Song Daily News Discord. Someone just posted it there without context, and I'm like, all right, snag, and then I've used it ever since.
What is your follower alert?
I don't know. It's just a bird that spins.
Oh, the cat, Katamari.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. It does look like a Katamari crow. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. There's... Ina?
Hey.
And then I guess we'll check, what's his face? Byakuya, but I don't suspect it's him. I suspect he'll be in his room. Silk Song Daily News Discourse sounds like the ramblings of a madman stuck in the past. Boy, do I have something to confirm for you. Maybe she's eating donuts. That's what my thought was. Like, if they're not here, they're probably in the
It's nighttime.
Is it nighttime?
It says so on the thing.
And suddenly we were greeted with.
What?
Okay. I'll give it my fucking best shot. Skunk, you give Angie crap roof is the roof. You again. You that smell. Read the line, Stark. I'm trying. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reaches its limits. He's speaking Minecraft enchantment table.
Come on, Starky. Come. Can't you? Shouldn't you be floating bottom by now?
No. I don't understand how bottoms work. It's a mystery to me. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. I think this is Hina?
Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Finally, a character of Marsh gets to voice shows up, and they were automatically voiced by the game.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
I'm gonna pitch Hero into the fucking pits of Gondor. Everyone was there, and all my friends who had struggled together and survived. The coat makes it look like Hero has a stand. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks.
The smelly smell. The smelly smell that smells smelly.
It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog.
Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
Also, Hero's the oldest in this group by like 2 years. No, Hero's like 21. Isn't he? He's definitely old enough to buy beer.
That's what we found out.
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro? Mukuro Ikasabe, the 16th student, hiding somewhere inside the school? Watch out for her?
Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, I am in pain. It's a fresh needle in the back of my spine every single time. That's right, it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However...
But this decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. Oh, is that... Oh. I guess maybe that's why... Well, because they would have tried to kill us, but it was because of alter ego.
Yeah.
The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules?
I now hard cringe every time you guys say that spiel. we have caused psychological damage. Let's go, baby. They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
It would make a great redeem. That actually would make a great redeem. Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Mate, I'm totally in the dark here.
Yasuhiro, what the fuck else is new? For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind?
But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Every last mystery?
But...
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
Waiting for Byakuya to say barnacles. Barnacles. I will have the sponge converted into my personal cleaning implement. Just kidding, I don't clean. That was a funny rich person joke. You wouldn't understand. You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone!
So, Hiro, your job is to stay the fuck away from everything and anything do not touch.
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries?
It's pretty tall. It's a pretty tall friggin' order.
Toko, please. You can do so much better than Byakuya, I swear. Toko is a literal mass murderer. Toko and Byakuya deserve each other. Change my mind. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So we work together and search as hard as we can. I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? Girl! What the fuck?
She's probably thinking that they hid all the evidence.
Left after the trash scene, just came back. How did we reunite with everyone? We came out of the hatch in the trash room. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
It has to be Byakuya. Byakuya works with fucking Fenrir.
His family did.
I can't tell if he's fucking wearing gloves or not.
No, those are his hands.
Okay, as the mastermind? Because I'm thinking Fenrir might be the ultimate despair because it's a group. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. Can you imagine if it was here all along? I would fucking lose my goddamn mind. Starky, because you are reinstalling Danganronpa 2 to actually play. Excellent. Learn ahead of time so that way you can watch me lose my mind. Watch both of us lose our mind to the bullshit that's gonna happen in the second game. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? Are you two doing two after this? Oh, we're taking a break to play Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, with Chai, who's a friend of both of us. But then we'll probably be returning to Danganronpa 2 after that.
Yeah. You're saying the mastermind is one of us!
It's one of anyone except for you, Hero.
No way!
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, there's an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how stinky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
But what if Hero's stupidity is all an act, and he is not the ultimate clairvoyant, he's the ultimate actor?
Like, he is getting more stupid as the game goes on, though.
Yeah, he is getting progressively dumber.
But maybe Monokuma was on an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all that dialogue and actions beforehand.
In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. A body has been discovered!
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh my god.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
We just turned off the TV mid-laugh. Fuck you. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
Yeah, Master. You didn't take me with it?
Hey.
Do you blame him?
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye.
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
And now she's gone. Are you gonna go up by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right.
Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too!
Just a second.
Wait! How come?
How about that?
Just wait and see! I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity!
Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Everyone's really going off by themselves?
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know.
I mean,
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto! That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However.
Well, don't misunderstand.
Just because we're going to do our search separately doesn't mean we still can't work together.
So.
Welcome on in, Salsa-Gator. Glad to have you.
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then.
Well, I better go checking. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So, we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might have been one of us. That's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but those were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up for now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. At the very least, we can explore the second floor of the dorms before we wrap up. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it.
Whoa!
This is the second floor of the dorms? This looks like some kind of ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. It can't be blood, it's not pink.
Remember, old dried blood is pink, is red.
Oh, okay. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Yay, we can go play gotcha! I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to... Oh, Makoto. Your life is on the line, but you still stick to your chivalry. You fool. Giraffe.
What?
We got giraffe. Let's go check out the giraffe. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Pope's peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh my god. Furry room. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. We're getting coins for days. Good god. Oh, shit. I can't imagine any way to get to this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Just fucking reach around. Goddamn. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. This must be how you get the locker open. After all, pretty similar to the card readers for the locker room on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I got my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it up, which means none of us can do it.
Oh my god!
Metal plate mounted to the wall. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of shit here to check.
I wonder if it's just the same thing for all of them.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Time to try every locker. Probably. If we're missing something by the end of our investigation, we'll probably come back there. It might be relevant. What the fuck? This is a very modern room.
Yeah.
This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more of an adult atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something I probably shouldn't bother her. God damn! There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already
in
know.
other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best we can do as a complete kitty-gitty... Best he could do as a complete kitty-gitty failure. But any information about the head mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Look at the chair. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using this, like, something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Excuse me, why are the mouse and the keyboard? The desk is the... Oh, it's the desk. Must have belonged to the headmaster. And then obvious fake door. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Real fake, a real door. Enter the right password and the door should open up right up.
However,
Open right up. But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All I know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers, so we can't really go from there. You're right, there's not nearly enough to go on.
True.
Types in Kyoko, door unlocks. Moment. Audience gasp. I looked through all his paperwork and all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. What do you think about how much time I wasted on this? Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be. I'm getting the claps ready. Something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. The way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad that I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... I hate this game. I hate that I can't make any fucking jokes about this game. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! Kyoko's about to fucking murder Makoto in real life.
why?
Why? Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. And we'll save it here! Because it is 9 o'clock. Go ahead and save it. Alright. We're looking. You keep cliffhanger. Yep, we opened the thing. Which means we don't go into the thing. We do that next week. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Marsh, even though you didn't have that many lines to read.
It's okay.
I'll have to do a little more research sometime for the next game just to know which one's a little more equitable distribution. Yeah, go and shut yourself out, so that way we can also find someone to raid into.
Whoa! If you guys don't know, my name is Marshmallow Bears. I'm a variety streamer and I run a campsite on here on Twitch. I play variety games and visual novels usually on the weekends, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This Friday we're playing a brand new visual novel, as in brand new, as it comes out that Friday. So it would be like world premiere. It's called Northern Lights. It's a furry visual novel. So come check us out then.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, they also do art streams and just vibe streams. Very, very pleasant vibe. So if you're ever looking for daytimes or maybe evening streams that are just a nice, relaxed vibe, Marsh is the place to go. Who are we rating out to?
My friend Jimmy is playing Castle Crash. With Olivia and Nick.
Jimmy Jam Games?
Yeah.
I remember, because I actually followed them. Yep. What's a raid message gonna be? What's in the door? I'm gonna go with what's in the door.
What's in the door?
What's in the door? This would be my raid. This would be the raid message. Use my emotes or Marsh's emotes, whatever emotes you happen to have. I'm gonna raid into Jimmy Jam Games. Jimmy Jam. No, that's Jimmy Maj. Jimmy Jam Games with a Z. Is that the right person? Excellent, it is. Anyways, thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is StarkyMorph, Big Gay Chaos Creator Internet, variety streamer, live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, one occasion play a game that's backed by a bigger corporation, such as Nintendo, or in this case, Spike Chunsoft. Yeah, if you'd like to stay up to date with the streaming including when I'll be going live, Twitter's the place to be until it falls into the ocean or until I get my Blue Sky invite. I have a YouTube like to catch up on the VODs there, see what we'll open up to. A Discord if you'd like to hop in there to say all those sweet beans and see the content that those sweet beans post. And I have a TikTok, which I'm going to hopefully remember to post the fucking content that I actually have gotten edited. Michio is I currently on a break from school, so he's able to help me edit some content. And honestly, the upcoming content is from Danganronpa, and it's fucking iconic. If you remember Marsh's scream, that is for sure being edited into a TikTok. And I did make you the request that you asked, where where
fucking life point counter goes down.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh life drain sound effect. It is amazing. I actually should probably send it over to you. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thursday, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might take on the first of the 2 Outlast streams I need to do from the charity event. I will see. That might be a Friday thing, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna go send the love over to Jimmy Jam Games, who's a friend of Marshmallow Bears and a very, very sweet bean himself. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye!